In an older house like this one, you may find that not everything is built to code, and this fence on the deck may be one of those things. Not only is it old and rotting, but it's also only mounted at one point. Most of the posts are only mounted by one bolt that is anchored to the concrete. So naturally at the unsupported end there's always been some wobble. But now the posts are starting to rot and it's wobbling almost to the point of falling down. I've wanted to fix this one for a while, but to fix it means buying a lot of wood. And so I've been putting that off due to wood prices. But it's getting too rotten to stay up much longer, so I have to do something. I do have a bunch of big boards in the loft that were once part of the horse stalls in the barn. And I have a couple of fence panels that I removed when I fixed the back deck. So for now I'm just going to repair the fence with the materials that I have, and maybe in a few years I might look at a full makeover for the deck. First thing to do is get this old panel off. It's going to have to be replaced because a lot of the wood is just too rotten to hold together. The large panel from the other deck will go here, and then I'm going to also add a smaller panel as well. There's always been this open section here where you could fall into the bushes. It's not far down, but it would still hurt. And there's a bolt down there that I can attach the new fence post to and add a new panel. The only part I didn't have on hand was the posts, so I had to buy those. And I bought longer posts than the current ones so that I can anchor the post to a second point, like this deck support leg. Or on this side, it can just reach the ground. I drilled some holes in the new posts and then attached them to the deck. For the post near the deck support, I used a section of post to bridge the gap between the two. It's attached with some really large bolts, so that should stop the wobble. When working with whatever you already have around, you sometimes have to compromise. The spacing for the posts is not a good fit for the panels. The seam between the two panels should fall on a post, but it doesn't. So I have to use a hunk of cedar to patch the two panels together. But even with this budget solution, the fence is still way more stable than it ever was before. The top of the fence has these really wide boards on it, and my wife uses those for putting planters on during the summer. But these are all rotting away as well. So I'm using some of the old barn wood to replace all of those. Again, this is just going to have to do for now. Someday I hope to rebuild this all properly with new materials. But for now I'm happy to have it stabilized and all the rotted wood replaced. Click here to see more about the back deck repair.